So the other week we were talking about it was the Edison bulb and how long they last, and then the Dubai light bulb,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
how it seems like it's a better light bulb. I mean, it puts out the same amount of light, but it uses a lot less energy and lasts a lot longer.
Hmm.
And when I was researching for that, I I noticed a lot of like conspiracy theory. Um, I don't even know what to call it, like ideas around innovation
Okay.
and how you'll hear people say, "Oh, well, this is groundbreaking," or "This was revolutionary," and I feel like people not in the know or not close to that idea or didn't, either follow the history behind it or work on it.
Hmm.
They believe it like came out of nowhere. Like one day we just turned the corner and we had jet
Okay.
engines.
Yeah.
But that's not how innovation works at all.
Right.
But I've seen this around, and it's even like a trope inside of sci-fi.
Hmm.
You always see like anytime there's like time travelers or whatever, or aliens from another planet, they will trade for something that they need in the moment, maybe to escape or get back to their own time,
Hmm.
and they will trade an invention. Like in Star Trek Enterprise, there was an episode where they went back in time, and she traded. She needed money for food, and so she traded the idea of Velcro,
Oh. Okay.
as if
Yeah. Yeah.
Velcro was invented by aliens or
Hmm.
something. But my point is like if you're into these things, like I'm into engineering and things like that,
Yeah.
and I love like looking at like airplanes and talking about airplanes or cars.
Hmm.
But if you think about like the jet engine, it really wasn't a leap per se. It was a new technology, but before they had the pure jet engines, they had turbo piston engines. So if you think about a jet engine, a turbo is like basically the front part of a jet engine. So if you just then add those other pieces in, I mean, you're very close. What you're doing is you're just compressing air and then igniting fuel
Hmm.
to keep it going. So a lot of times, like when I hear, oh, that was just a huge leap forward. It kind of was, but it didn't come out of nowhere.
Right.
And if you think about it, the jet engine was actually developed in two different. I mean, it was being developed on Germany's side, and it was being developed in the UK or in the
Okay.
English side.
Right.
Now, it turns out that that Germany was actually studying what the English guy was doing, but then once war broke out, they kind of both developed them outside of each other in like their own silo.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you seen anything like this? I mean, I always just feel like people think it's like a huge step forward. I wonder if like in 100 years they'll go, we all had landline phones and then all of a sudden we all had smartphones.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's not the case.
Yeah. And I understand that, and I feel that excuse me, that once the innovative idea comes out, um, a lot of the, like, no one's interested in the process that brought that about. So that long process, all that research, all that hard work kind of gets lost in just the innovation itself.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So and that part's never talked about usually. Sometimes we'll see that, like, you may see some documentary on like how do we get to smartphones or whatever, and some of that is brought to light, but typically no one seems interested in that path of how we got here.
Yeah. In fact, I've been watching a lot of space stuff recently, just thinking about uh, what is it? SpaceX's Starship
Hmm.
just had that second attempt to go into space.
Yeah.
And it, I just wonder if like time is going to wash out all the nuances. If they're going to be like, oh, yeah, overnight there was this one company and then all of a sudden we were in space.
Hmm. Yeah.
But that's not the case. It was like a global effort at one point. Well, I guess not a global effort since we were working against each other,
Right.
but we were both spying on each other and we were both seeing what the other one was doing and
Yeah.
which just knowing that something is possible sometimes is like a huge leap forward,
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think that the majority of people are, as crappy as it sounds, I don't think the majority of people are going to care about the road and the process. I think the innovation So to answer your question, yeah, I think that time will just erode all that
Hmm.
because people are going to be too caught up in the moment in that innovation and not appreciate what it took to get to that point.
Or confused about the steps that were, or maybe not even confused, just ignorant about the steps that were taken before
Right.
to know how we got to that point.
Yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments. Give us some feedback on all the things that we talked about today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.